Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sisters, how do you choose the right husband in Islam? You always hear about the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling the men, look for these things when choosing the righteous spouse or the righteous wife. Is there anything in the Quran and the Sunnah that tells the woman how she should choose the right husband? What should she look for? Absolutely, and I'm going to give you a couple of those guidelines inshaAllah. Sisters, number one, when choosing a husband, when looking for that Mr. Right, you want to make sure that you're looking for a husband that is righteous and kind to his own family, to his mother and his father, to his parents, to his sisters, to all of his siblings. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ first said that the best of you are those who are the best to their family. Some of the scholars, they mention here that this is more specific to the man simply because he's the one in charge of a family. He's the one that's responsible of taking care of that family. So it is extremely important for him to be the most kind and to be the most honorable and most responsible to his own family. So you want to make sure, how is that husband treating his family, his mother and his father? How does he speak to them? What kind of relationship does he have with them? Does he treat his siblings as though they are actual brothers and sisters to him, or does he treat them like strangers? Does he help out around the house? Is he a person that is responsible of taking care of himself, or does his parents have to take care of him? All of these little things you're looking for, because it will tell you that if he is responsible with his own family, he's going to make sure that he's responsible with you, and he's going to make sure that he's going to fulfill all of those rights when both of you are living together. So that's the first thing, is his relationship with his mother and father. Number two, you also want to look for a man that is responsible at all levels. He's responsible financially. Financially, he can provide all of the needs, the fundamental needs that you need to live a healthy life. So he can give you a place to stay, a roof over your head. He can pay the groceries. He can buy you the things that you need. He can take care of the children. All of those little things he needs to be able to do. He needs to have a solid income so that he can take care of himself and the family. This is why the Prophet ﷺ told us one time that the person, if he is able, meaning if he's physically able, he's emotionally able, he's intellectually able to take care of a family, then he should do so. He should get married. So sisters, you want to make sure that that future husband has a solid financial responsibility behind his slate, and he is able to deal with all of the emotions of a woman, all of the different challenges that come into that marriage. You want to make sure that he's mature enough to handle those things. Number three, sisters, you want to look for a husband that has what we call in Arabic ghira, which is actually a type of jealousy. In other words, when he sees you, he wants you for him alone. He doesn't want to share you with others. And what do I mean by this? When you walk outside and you yourself, sisters, you feel uncomfortable that others are looking at you, that other men might come and approach you and talk to you and laugh with you and open up a conversation, you want the husband that will be there to protect you at all levels, to make sure that you're safe, to make sure that whatever circumstance that you're in, you are comfortable being there. So you want that husband that is going to look out for the well-being of every single aspect of your life. If you don't feel right in a certain place, if you go over to a friend's house and things just don't feel right, you want the husband to be there to listen to you, to talk to you, to sit down with you, all of those little things. You want the husband that can put aside all of his responsibility and sit back and have a good conversation and moment with his wife. Do those three things, sisters, insha'Allah, you will have a good husband. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ once told us in an authentic hadith in a Tirmidhi, when a good man comes to you and he's got all of these responsibilities, he's got all of these criteria with him, but you refuse him for trivial reasons, you refuse him for reasons that really have nothing to do with the marriage, then perhaps you may be a source of corruption for the entire earth. In other words, that ideology, you will pass it on to others, and it would only cause problems later on wherever you are. We ask Allah to protect us from this. I thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.